Hi beauties, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm bringing you a tutorial on how to cover up your dark circles. I'm so excited for this video because ever since I can remember I've had dark circles. I usually get 7 hours of sleep every day, so that's not bad. Yeah, I do work a lot, but I could never figure out why I have dark circles, and I've tried many remedies at home and I've tried to sleep a little bit more, and it's just sometimes nothing helps. I have dark circles and I've always tried to find the best way to cover them and what's the easiest and the fastest way, because I don't want to spend 3 hours covering my circles every day. So I have a few products here that I have discovered work for me, and I wanted to share with you just in case you are in the same situation I am, so that you could also try it at home and hopefully get rid of those eye bags. Mine are designer bags. I can't really complain, but there's a lot going on down here. So today I'm going to show you how to cover these babies up. So without further ado, let's just jump into the tutorial. All right, so I look a little crazy right now. I just removed my under eye makeup just so that I could show you how it looks like without anything on. I have the rest of my foundation, but underneath my eyes I have nothing. I wanted to show you that I have some wrinkles and some veins, blue and some green too. I also have a lot of purple right over here at the beginning of the eye. So I wanted to show you how it looks like without anything on, just so that you could see the transformation. I'm also gonna do one eye and I'm gonna leave the other one without any makeup on, so that you could really see the difference that all these products combined will make for you. So yeah, without further ado, let me just show you how to begin. So the first thing I'm gonna be using is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Palette. This is the cream formula. I like it because it has all these colors right here that you can use to color correct, and then it has the contour shades at the bottom. So I really like this palette. So I'm gonna be using the orange right here. If you don't have this palette, it's okay. Any orange concealer or any salmon tone corrector will do. So you don't necessarily have to have this one. I just happen to have this one and like it, so anything will do. An option that I really like is the LA Girl Pro Conceal in the color orange. I'm not sure of the color name, but it's the orange concealer. That one's really good. It's very creamy. So I'm just going to dig in with my finger and I'm going to warm it up because it's a cream contour palette, so it could get a little dry, but I'm just going to warm it up with my finger like so. Then once I have the color on my finger, I'm going to apply it right underneath my eyes. Once you have the orange on your eyes, we're going to move on to concealer, and I'm going to be using the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the color Light Neutral. I really like this concealer because it's very full coverage. It's also very creamy, so you can layer it up and it's not going to look cakey under your eyes. Also, once you set it up, it won't move. Once it dries, it's going to stay there. If you don't have this one, you could also use the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. That one is also really good. I just happen to have this one and I really love the coverage on this one, so that's what I'm going to be using today. And I like my concealer to be a little bit lighter than my actual foundation. It's just my preference, but if you like it to match your foundation, you could just use a concealer that is your shade. So this one, you don't need a lot. I'm just going to apply enough to cover the orange. I know it might seem like I'm applying a lot, but I'm really just applying a little bit. It's just the applicator is so big and so nice that it covers a huge area. And I'm just going to blend it with a wet beauty blender. As you can see, the orange is almost gone, but I still see a little bit peeking through, so I'm just going to go ahead and apply another layer of concealer, and that's going to get rid of that orange cast. Also, when you're covering dark circles, it's very important that you don't apply the concealer just on this area right here, because that's going to make your eye look a little bit more tired and just very hollow. So you want to do the triangle technique. That's just going to reflect the light, so whenever the light hits you, it's not going to create any shadows. So make sure you do the triangle technique. And I'm just going to blend this out again with a wet beauty blender. And then whatever's left on the blender, I'm going to apply it to the top of my eyes, just to cover those little veins that we have and create a base for my eyeshadow. Alright, so immediately after you're done blending your concealer, we're going to bake so that the concealer can set and it's not going to move throughout the day. I'm using my favorite Mercier translucent powder. If you don't have this one, I like to use the MAC Studio Fix powder, and again, I just have a lighter shade than my skin, but because I like to bake, I'm going to use this one. If you're not a fan of baking, you could just take a brush and apply your Studio Fix powder, and that's going to set everything. Now, before I bake, I'm going to make sure that I have no creasing underneath my eyes, and I could already tell that the concealer is creasing. So what you want to do is you want to blend it again before you apply the powder. If you apply powder on top of a creasing, it's just going to set it that way, and it's going to look really bad throughout the day. So make sure you go ahead and blend whatever creasing you have. Don't blend too much because you don't want to take away from the coverage. And once you're done, stay looking up, don't look down. Grab your powder on your sponge. Just going to apply it. Alright, so I'm going to leave that baking for about 30-45 seconds, and I'm going to do the rest of my makeup off camera, and I'll be right back to show you what it looks like once I dust it off. Alright, so I'm back. I have the rest of my makeup on. I'm going to go ahead and brush off the excess powder underneath my eyes. Alright, my love, so this is the final look. I hope you learned how to cover your dark circles today. If you did, don't forget to like this video, give it a thumbs up, and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more beauty videos every week. I will link everything down below just in case you're interested in any of the products that I used today. And as always, if you have any recommendations or suggestions for my channel, leave it down in the comments below. I will see you on my next video. Bye.